because this weekend thousands of runners will fill the streets of Austin for the Livestrong Marathon and Half Marathon. And joining us now is race director Don Conley to talk a little bit about how this keeps getting bigger and bigger each year.
It's quite a phenomenon, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You know, just nationally, there were over a 500,000 marathon finishers last year.
Wow.
And if you compare that to even 10 years ago, that's about a 40% increase. The half marathon's the real story, though. That's sort of the attainable mini marathon for a lot of people. And last year, nationally, over 1 million people completed one. So our numbers reflect that. We're 25% bigger this year.
25% bigger. How many runners this year, then?
It'll be a little over 20,000 lined up. The Paramount Break a Leg 5K is part of our event for the last 2 years. And that event is still open for registration. Everything else is closed. So if anybody wants to participate, it'll be in the 5K. And that could push us up over 21,000.
Oh, wow. Okay. And people from all over come to Austin for this marathon.
Right. All 50 states are represented this year for the first time. 20 foreign countries led by Mexico. We've got about 500 runners from Mexico. And the growth is just amazing. We've got an 82-year-old lady running, and we have a 10-year-old boy running.
Wow.
So it covers the range.
Good. Elite runners, too. Anybody that we really need to watch out for this year?
Yeah, we got a couple. We've got a fellow named Kyle Baker who's coming in from Michigan, which has been pretty frozen. He'll appreciate this weather.
Absolutely. Loving it.
And he's going to attempt to get an Olympic trials qualifier. And then we've got a real treat in 52-year-old Joan Samuelson, who won the first women's Olympic gold medal in the marathon, former world record holder. She's competitive even at 52. She may take the whole half marathon. And then we've got local favorite Desiree Ficker in the marathon trying for a qualifier.
I feel so lazy now. Because they are so, I mean, I was telling you, I know several people who are running this marathon. It keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
You know, friends coming in from all over the state to run. You saw the forecast. I know you guys are keeping an eye on it.
Yes, we are.
20% chance of rain. Do you guys prepare for that at all?
We do. This is a little bit warmer than normal for us. In the old days of the Austin Marathon, 20 years ago, we used to hold the marathon in March.
Yeah, you had gloves and scarves out there.
Well, in March, it's always warm here. So over the last few years, we've seen a kind of a cooling trend. This is really not that unusual. People train 12 months out of the year for this thing. And so they've experienced in their preparation this kind of weather. The main thing we do is we ramp up our water and our Gatorade so that people are well hydrated. We've got excellent medical out on the course thanks to Seton and a fantastic medical center at the finish line. So I think we're ready. Of course, you know, we look for high winds as a potential threat if that's an issue. That's of concern to us. But I think this weather is going to be a great weekend to be outside and cheer the runners on.
Absolutely, and that's so important too, to have people out there on the sidelines cheering on the runners as they run by.
That's what people come back. The city of Austin has really embraced this event.
Very friendly.
That's right.
Okay, any changes this year to the race?
Just a couple of changes to the race route that kind of took out some of the areas that were blocked in West Austin. Made a couple of those changes, but essentially it's still that same big loop. We do start north of the Capitol this year, so that's a little bit of a change for our runner. Makes for, I think, a prettier start with the Capitol right in back of them.
Absolutely, gorgeous backdrop. Quickly, what do you contribute the boom in running?
Well, the boom in running right now seems to be independent of the economy. It just seems to be something that, you know, the runner's getting older, and so it becomes one of those things that's on people's bucket lists.
Oh, sure.
You know, you got to knock a marathon off before you climb Mount Everest.
Sure. Or just to feel good about yourself.
That's right.
And get fit and healthy. And Austin is the place to do it.
It is.
Best of luck on
Thank
Sunday.
you.
I know you start planning for next year on Monday.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
I know you're busy, John. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks.
Okay.